now we're going to get into marginal decision making. So what this really is called is marginal analysis, where we're examining the benefits and the cost of choosing to do a little bit more or a little bit less of a good. Just think about it as like if you're standing in a coffee shop and they have an unlimited amount of coffee that you can have. Do you just drink an unlimited amount? No, right? Like at some point you do stop because of the marginal, like the next one. Should you do the next one or not? So what we're going to look at first is utility. Now, utility is the satisfaction that you receive from consuming a good or service. Think about it as your smiley faces. Just how much happier are you because you're doing something. All right. So think about a buffet real quick. You go to a buffet, you're having many plates of food, and you are getting happier with each plate, or at least you're getting more satisfied with each one. Now, also, so what we can see here is that your total utility is increasing, your total amount of smiley faces. Now, we do have the law of diminishing margin utility, which just like a buffet, you're not just going to keep on eating and having this same satisfaction with each plate every time. At some point, it starts to diminish. What we're trying to say here is that as you get more full, the extra satisfaction that you're getting is getting smaller. Okay, so as a person receives more of a good, the additional or marginal utility from each additional unit declines. So think about it from drinking water, right? You have the first water and you're like, oh, that was great. The second one was good. Third water was okay. Fourth one, you start to get a little bit full on water. You start to get a little sick, right? So same thing with eating more pizza. If you were to, having a whole pizza to yourself, first one's great, second one's good, right? It starts to diminish. Now you are getting happier, right? But again, the additional happiness is decreasing. So that's where the marginal benefit is going to come into play. So marginal is just that extra that you get from that one plate, right? Not the total amount of plates, just the next one. It's the change in your total benefit when consuming one more unit of that good. All right, also known as the most that you're willing to pay for the next unit of a good. So think about it, if you're at a coffee shop and you pay $7 for a latte and you're sitting there and you're like, man, I really want another one. Okay, do I want another one? The marginal benefit, how much I'm willing to pay for the next one. Let's say I'll pay $5 for the next one, okay? Because that's how much benefit I think I'm going to receive from the next latte, right? But now we got to look at the marginal cost. The marginal cost is the change in the total cost when consuming one more unit of a good. So guess what? If I were to buy the next cup of coffee, it's going to be $7, right? That's the marginal cost. So let's go back to my decision. For that second cup of coffee, I said the most I'm willing to pay is $5. That's my marginal benefit. The cost of it is $7. So what do I do? Do I buy the latte or not? No, I do not, because the marginal benefit 5 is less than the marginal cost 7. So that does not make sense. When we're looking at an optimal choice, that would be wherever your marginal benefit is equal to your marginal cost. Whenever the marginal benefit is more than the marginal cost, it's a no-brainer, right? You do buy more, but as soon as it switches, you should be buying less, okay? So thinking about the first cup of coffee, when I walk in there, I'm really tired, I need something, I'm willing to pay as much as $10 for a latte, but the marginal cost is 7, so I get that one. But not the second one, because my marginal benefit is 5 and the marginal cost is 7, right? So that's where we have the optimal choice, which is looking at your marginal benefit and your marginal cost. Okay, let's take another look at an example here. So here we're consuming apples. All right, so I have the total benefit and the marginal benefit here. So the total benefit is just my total amount of smiley faces I'm getting from eating the apples. The marginal benefit is the additional happiness I'm getting from the next apple. So right here, we were at 0, but now we're at 5. 5 total smiley faces. So we went from 0 to 5. Because we had that apple, our marginal benefit is 5. Because it changed by 5. For the next one, I'm going from 5 to 7. So we're going from 5 to 7. What was the additional benefit? The additional benefit was 2. Okay. What about the next one? We're going from 7 to something. The marginal benefit was 1. So basically I'm getting an additional benefit of 1. I'm at 7. I get an additional 1. That means this is 8. And then that makes sense because look, the next one is 0. So I got 0 extra happiness from the 4th apple. 8 to 8. 0. 0 additional benefit. So that's how we calculate marginal benefit. Again, it's just the change. Anytime you see the word marginal, you should think about the change. And then total, to find the total, you would just add whatever that marginal benefit was. Now, over here we have total cost and marginal cost. It is the exact same process. So from here to here, right, we go from 0 to 1, so that's a marginal cost of 1. The next one we go from 1 to 2, 1 to 2, so that's a marginal cost of 1. The next one is marginal cost of 1. We're at 2. It cost us an additional 1, so that's 3. And then we're going from 3 to 4, so that's an additional 1. So that is how we find the marginal benefit and the marginal cost. In terms of marginal decision making, we need to look at the marginal benefit and the marginal cost. Where are they equal? Are they equal at the first apple? 5 and 1. What do we do here? We buy more, all right? What about 2? The marginal benefit, 2, marginal cost, 1. We buy that one. What about this one? 1 and 1. We buy that one. What about the next one? 0 and 1. No. And why do we not buy this one? Because the marginal benefit, 0, was less than the marginal cost, 1. Okay? So that is how marginal decision making works. Just looking at the marginal benefit and the marginal cost. You buy more whenever the marginal benefit is more than the marginal cost. You buy less whenever the marginal cost is more than the marginal benefit. Okay. So let's take another look at an example here. Right here, we have 0 to 25. So that's a marginal benefit of 25. The marginal benefit is now 10. So we have 25 smiley faces right now. We got an additional 10. So therefore we're at 35, an additional 10. The next one we have an additional 8. So we have 35 plus 8, so that should be 43. And then we have an additional 6, so that should be 49. On the marginal cost right here, 0 to 15, 15. The cost changed by 15. The next one, 10. The next one right here, 25 to 40 is 15. And 40 to 60 is 20. So looking here, what is the optimal amount of shirts that we should buy? If we're looking at the marginal benefit and the marginal cost here, you will see here that 25 is more than 15. You buy that one. 10 is equal to 10, so you should buy this one. And then 8 and 15, you should not buy that one. Okay? So we do buy 2 shirts, but not 3. Okay? So really it comes down to marginal benefit and marginal cost. Okay? It is very important that you understand this right here. This one you buy more. This one you buy less. And remember, to find the marginal, it is the change. All right? Cool. All right, the next thing we're talking about is sunk cost and the production possibilities frontier. All right?